Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to the brand new 2019 BMW X7 50i. Let's start from the exterior. The most significant part, or overwhelming part, is this grille in silver. It's dynamic grille, so it opens and closes based on the air needed and the ventilation, etc. But it's so large, and it's larger than the one that we saw on the new 5 Series, 7 Series, and even the X5. This is the largest so far, but it fits this car because the new headlights, they are so slim and wide, and they look so good with the LED day running light. And this is the optional laser light. It laminates so nicely in the blue. I love the contrast. It's 3D, it's super bright, it's amazing. I love the indicator too, which is on top. I like the other brands. BMW always keep the indicator separate than the day running light, which is something we like. Very aggressive on it and very tall. Looks so mean. This one have the M package. The bumper is different. It's lower. It's more aggressive. There's a big opening here for ventilation. It goes all the way to the wheel. There's lots of parking sensors. 360 camera is not included on this car, unfortunately, for a reason. The ventilation on this car is massive from every angle. Very aggressive, very sporty. I love the front so much. Coming to the side, the car looks massive. It's over 5 meters long. Have gentle door closing. Have the M badge. There's a nice side skirt there. You can store stuff on the roof, which is I don't recommend because you do have 2 panoramic sunroof. 22 inches in the front and the back. Tires Pirelli P0. You have 275, 40 in the front, and 315, 35 in the back. Massive, massive tires. Lovely profile, lovely lines. Coming to the back, the car looks brilliant. Lovely LED lights there, very bright. The indicators looks good, lovely shape. X7. There's a nice trim there in chrome. BMW logo. Drive 50i, of course. And you have rear view camera, that's a standard. The lower part of the bumper comes with the M package, looks very aggressive. You have a huge opening for the exhaust. It's fake, but there's 2 exhausts on each side. There's a nice diffuser. Not really much happening here, but overall the shape of the back of the rear looks very good too. Hello, welcome back to the new X7, driving experience. It's so hot, guys, outside. I'm all sweating. I'm really sorry, but I just can't do much shots from the outside. Driving the car now in comfort mode. Car sounds so good, and it's really just a masterpiece. Let me start with the engine. This is a 4.4 liter V8 twin turbocharged, producing 462 brake horsepower and 650 Newton meters of torque. And the torque starts really down there around 1,500 all the way to 5,000 plus. X-Drive all-wheel drive system, brilliant. The suspension is air suspension as a standard, lots of standard options. And it's fantastic, super comfortable. The build quality for the car, it's just marvelous. The acoustic glass, the tires, even these ones are the 22 inches wheels. They don't make any noise and they look fantastic and they fit this car so well. The build quality of this X7 is just out of this world. It's my favorite BMW luxury car so far. This car have the 7-seaters option. You can have a 6-seater. So basically, instead of having the bench, 12.3 inches displays and digital cluster with the latest iDrive is brilliant. I'm talking to you, I have ventilation on. You might hear the fans a little bit high, but it's very hot again. I have the massage seats for the whole body on, and you know, the comfortable setting, everything is set to comfortable, super luxurious, amazing quality. I love this new car really. At the beginning, you know, we're complaining about the car and it's too big and the grills are too large, etc. But man, there is a spot in that market. BMW are nailing it. They can compete, especially in the Gulf, with the, you know, Land Cruiser and the Lexus and the Patrol and stuff like that. I'm gonna put it in sports individual mode. Everything set to the sport setting. For such a large car, over 3 ton, it drives so similar to the X5, to be honest. It's a bit, you know, softer, but it have to be because this is 7-seaters, you know, family car, luxury family car. And when I'm gonna sit in the back, I'm gonna show you the options from the back because it's just marvelous. This car is fully loaded with every single option except one, the 360 camera, which is weird because with such a large car, with parking and driving in the city and stuff, 360 camera is an important option. I don't know why they did not include it. But this car does have the merino extended leather stitch, you know, 2 colors with the black and the brown. It have the marvelous sound system from Bowers & Wilkins, 20 speakers, over 2000 watts, and the quality of the sound system will blow you away. It's really worth it. It's just one of the best sound system I've ever heard on any car, really. Of course, the car comes as well with the head-up display, the new one that you can configure and have the adaptive cruise control, lane assist, steer assist, parking assist, reverse assist, every single option you want, massage seats, heated seats, ventilated seats. It's just fantastic, really. If I have a large family or I need the space, this is an amazing car. I will definitely get this one over the different, you know, models. I think this car competes only with the GL, the new one. It looks very similar, to be honest, but the Audi must, you know, include a new car in their brand because they don't have any car to compete with this one. Anyhow, the new steering wheel, I love it so much. As I said, the quality of the leather and the color of the leather. Even the central part now is leather and stitch, but the indicators, even they are in aluminum, but you know, they're a bit far away. That's my only complaint, but everything else is soft material. It's, you know, Alcantara everywhere, leather everywhere. Engine is a beast. Car is super happy. What can I say? This is just amazing car. It doesn't feel that big or heavy. BMW are the expert of making any large car feels like it's smaller and lighter, and it really shows. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna switch it in the manual shifting so I'll be able to shift myself. And what I will do is very growly, very nice engine. This car have the crystal, you know, gear lever, and it looks fantastic. It laminates with the X. Just amazing car, really, guys. Of course, you tend to sit a bit high, and that's, you know, that's normal for such a, you know, car. Doesn't really bothers you with the driving experience at all. To get in and out of the car, you know, it's actually really easy, even from the back. I'm gonna slow down here because I don't want to catch a speed radar while media test drive the car. At any time you press on the gas, the car goes because there's so much torque. It's available at all gears, even very low, as we mentioned. What I like about this car and most BMW car, they feel good. At any car that you have, it feels good. It's a driver car. It's very connected. The steering is super precise. As I said, the suspension is very forgiving. Also, it's sporty when it needs to be sporty if you put it in sports mode. Listen to this. Lovely, lovely sound. Because it's so well built and isolated so well from every perspective, you know? That's why you don't hear much the engine noise. Because on the X5 you could hear it a little bit more. And of course they did more soundproofing to make it more comfortable and luxurious. But it's good noise. You don't want much higher noise for such a car if you have a family. Everybody is staring at me on the road because it looks different and futuristic and very BMW-ish, don't get me wrong, and people love the large cars here, so that's the reason for that. They love the large car, and they are sick of seeing Lexus and Land Cruiser. With all due respect, on the road, this is a new beast, you know, competing with the other Germans. It's gonna do very well. I've spoken with the sales manager and he said they're selling a lot of cars for the X7 and people tend to love it. There's only 2 models available in UAE. There's no diesel models. This one will driving the 50i as we mentioned, the V8. Fantastic, lovely engine. They've been using it across their different range of the cars, like, you know, the MA50i, the X5. The V8 starts $20,000 more as a standard without the option in the US. In Dubai or UAE, you have to put at least $20,000 more, you know, on the base model. I've been going on the curves like insane. It feels like a sports sedan, man. Or much smaller SUV, sports SUV. It doesn't feel that large and it doesn't drive like that. It has all the options and the tech and the luxury that you want and the comfort that you want and the space. So while driving, it's super sporty. Amazing job BMW what they're doing with the cars. Really impressive. What an experience. This car feels so special. Especially that Bowers and Wilkins speakers everywhere in metal, except the one on top in plastic. Huge speakers. The ambient lighting of this car is really good. The extended leather all the way to the top of the dashboard. You know, I've never seen this on BMW before. You have soft materials on the A-pillars, which is a bit large, on the roof. Everywhere leather. Even, you know, on the bottom part you have a bit harder leather. But you know, even the lower parts next to your legs, it's not a hard material. There is no plastic, there is nothing. Just on the lower part of the door there's soft plastic, but who cares, to be honest. There's a neat option too that you can elevate the car and lower it if you need to. You can do that as well if you're putting you know, stuff from the trunk, which is very cool option. There's a button of course for downhill, and there's another button for if you're going up hills. Apart from that, there's just an iDrive swivel here or knob in glass, the start-stop engine in glass, all the different buttons are in glass. The grip on this car is fantastic because of the Pirelli P0 and the thickness of that tire, and the suspension is just really planted. Let's accelerate. Surprisingly drives better than I expected. I expected to drive very good, but it drives even better. Crackles on the upshifts, on the downshifts. It's very aggressive car, really. Okay, let me start from the interior. It's very similar to the X5, so I'm not gonna go through every single option, but I need to show you the dashboard. 12.3 inches, it looks brilliant. That screen on top that flickers, it doesn't do that in real life, but you can catch it on camera, so it will just monitor you if you're putting your hands on the steering wheel and stuff like that. So the steering wheel stitch as well, it's not in the full M steering wheel. Even it have the M badge here. There's no heated option here on this car, which is lame. Full leather basically with stitch. All the different functions that you can have on the left side, you know, to adjust the cruise control, the distance between the car, etc. It have even steering assist if you put it in auto. On the right side you have the volume as well. There's a menu here that you can press to change the different functions on the head-up display, which we've seen lately, and it looks very good. This is the pedals. As you can see, I need to extend my hand. You have the indicators, the BC button, the high beam. You can set it on auto. Let's go to the door. You can see the merino, the fully leather extended merino is fantastic. Really, the quality of the door handles, the quality of the buttons are fantastic. You can have all the, there's a nice pocket. If you open the door, this one illuminates basically. Hopefully you can see it. There's a huge space for storage and another bottle. The Bowers Wilkins sound system, the speakers are everywhere. Different lights, you know, configuration here. You can put it in auto if you want. You'll open the trunk from here. You can adjust the rear seats if you want to. This is the massage seats. If you press it here, it will bump on the big screen. You can control the left side or right side, the passenger. There's 2 memory seats, 20 different options for that seats. All the buttons are here. 20 different settings. It's just fantastic. The dashboard design is very good. It's very open and different, but since this one is open, if there's too much light coming here, it doesn't really disturb you too much, but still it affects the screen quality a little bit. It's because the screen quality is not the brightest. I've seen on Mercedes and Audi they're a bit brighter than that. The screen, as I said, this is the latest drive. We're not gonna go through that, guys. This car does have the 5 different climate control, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and 1 in the rear. 5 different climate control. Imagine. Lovely wood trim. You can open that. You have wireless charging for your phone. You have 2 cup holders, and they're very good. You can heat your cup holders, or you can ventilate it if you want to. So blue and red, obviously, for cold and hot, for both left and right, you know, side. This is the crystal display, and it looks fantastic. We loved it so much. There's no 360 camera. This is the traction control. This is the parking assist. You know, different buttons, very familiar, you guys, by now. Those are different buttons for, you know, downhill or uphill, and this is to elevate the car. The quality of the, you know, the swivels and the knobs on the iDrive is just fantastic. The seats, they look very, very good, in my opinion. Also, they support you very well, they hug you very well. They are very soft leather, perforated, heated, ventilated. You can adjust the lower part, the lumbar support, every single, the side busters, everything that you want. File in the front, the headrest, you can open it. There's a lot of storage and 1 USB here. There's no SD card for a reason, I'm not sure why. The mirror is frameless and it's very good, auto dimming. The panoramic sunroof, you can open it and close it from here. It illuminates at night. As the Rolls Royce, there's 2 panoramic sunroof right now. This car have the, you know, screens in the back. You can adjust the seats electronically. The screen is very good, and you can adjust so much stuff. You can even have individual entertainment for the back. Theater mode. There is storage here. You have different climate control that you can set for the back separately than the front. If you put individual entertainment, you can have separate headphones with the jack here, ports on left and right, 2 USB. Just a fantastic place to be, man. Really, one of the best cars in this range for sure. It's so luxurious, so comfortable. There's a nice cup holders, and that part there's more storage if you want. Quality stuff. Even there's a trim in aluminum, and it looks very, very expensive soft leather. As I said, the, you know, the quality of the seats, and you know, it's so good from the back. The visibility is insane. Just a lovely place to be.